Alright students, this is page 94 of the notes. We're going to be talking about the p-value method, doing things by hand, or if you're provided them. I did two different p-value examples on page 93, so you might want to check out those videos in the future when you want to refer back to the p-value method. But this is the general idea and the definitions of p-value. It's an area or probability that represents the smallest level of significance for which the observed sample statistic tells us to reject H0. Now the rule is if the p-value is greater than alpha, then you do not reject H0. If the p-value is less than alpha, then reject H0. So let's do an example where we're already given a p-value. This is example 8.5. It says that a food item advertises having 8 milligrams of saturated fat per serving. And we suspect or maintain as a consumer group that the food item contains significantly more saturated fat than advertised. The consumer group took samples from some of these specialty items and through chemical analysis found that the saturated fat content of each serving was there. And then they put that data into SAS, and the p-value was reported to be 0.0082, right? A hypothesis test and an appropriate conclusion for the test with an alpha at 1%. So the first thing you want to do, of course, is set up your hypothesis. It's a single sample, so single mean. They were claiming that they had 18 milligrams of saturated fat per serving. And the consumer group maintains that there's significantly more than 18 milligrams per serving, right? So the second step is to remember your rule. If p is less than alpha, then we have to reject H0. So let's write down the p-value. From the paragraph, it was reported to us as 0.0082. And let's write down our alpha in decimal form, 1%. And now let's compare them. Is p less than alpha or greater than alpha? P is actually less than alpha. So we are going to reject H0. And we're going to conclude that based on the evidence, the average saturated fat content, since we rejected H0, we're going to say is significantly greater than or more than, whichever one you prefer, the claimed 18 milligrams per serving at an alpha of 1% level of significance. Okay? And that is how you do a simple p-value test when you have the p-value reported to you. Again, see my other videos for how you actually find that p-value by hand, and then how to make the calculator give it to you.